So, hi everyone, it's Daniel Moses here. I'm just back again to the business conversation and property talk with myself. And today I'm having a special guest who is being a successful entrepreneur. She's a Amazon trader and eBay and Shopify, and also a renter. So we're going to be having a fantastic conversation. For those of you who don't know me, just a quick intro about myself. My name is Daniel Moses. I'm the co-founder of Southeast London Properties and also a property trainer at the Property Wealth Education. I teach people how to get started in property. Myself, I've been in the property industry now for just about under 3.5 years. And I've got a massive portfolio of property that I control and property that I own, and also a multiple business owner. So today, really, it's another fantastic day to be hosting and talking about how anyone can get into businesses or how anyone can go from nothing to something. The truth is, we're in a quite an interesting time and days whereby it's very, very important for us as young people or us as individuals, the right time to get started in anything that you want to do. Put your heart to it and succeed in them. So today I've got Shola, who is an entrepreneur, and she's been doing amazing things. We connected a couple of months ago on social media. I've been seeing what she's doing, and I thought it would be a fantastic idea to bring her on so she can also share her wealth of knowledge. One of the things I want to just really encourage for those of you watching right now, for us, we are real people. We're people who are down to it, people who got started, who got motivated. And if you're here today watching and you're wondering how can you get started, can this happen? Can you actually transform your life and actually build a life of your dream and a future for yourself and legacy for your loved ones? The truth is, it's absolutely possible. So without taking too much time now, I'm going to bring in Shola into my live session. Okay. What's going on here? Okay. Yep. So I'm just going to wait for Shola to come on now. Okay. So guys, while we're waiting for Shola to come on, let's make this very, very interactive. Please ask a lot of questions, and give us a lot of likes, and please share this with your friends, your family, for anyone you think is interested in getting started in any business at all. Just share it with people who you think this will be beneficial to. Can everyone hear me okay? If you can hear me okay, please just give me a love sign or a heart sign or give me a thumbs up so that I just know I'm not currently talking to myself, because it's kind of taking a bit of a long time now for Shola to kind of connect. So just to be sure that my internet is strong enough and good enough, just give me a big thumbs up. Okay, so Shola, I'm gonna cancel and bring you back. I think maybe it might be your network. Okay, I think great.
Finally. Hi.
How are
I'm
you
not
doing,
really
Shola?
good. I don't have anything to hold my phone up with, so I'm literally just balancing it on something. So hopefully that's like okay. I'll push it back a
Okay,
bit.
that's great. That's
Right.
great. How are you today?
Good. Sorry, I'm gonna push it back a bit more so I'm not like right up
Okay.
in the camera. I'm good. How are you?
Not bad, not bad. Finally, nice to meet you. Nice to
Can
meet
you
you
hear me
face to
okay?
face. Hello?
Can you hear me? Is my Wi-Fi good or is it not?
Okay, yes. I can hear you now. It's connecting now, but initially it kind of cut
Okay.
off before. Can you hear me now, yeah? I think she's having problem with her internet.
Any good
It
or
seems,
not?
yeah, it seems your internet is cutting in and out.
I've taken off the internet now, so hopefully it's just using my data, so it should be better.
Okay, fantastic. Good to have you on the business conversation and property talks with myself.
I know. I'm glad that we're finally doing a live together. I think you're really, really good. What you're doing is amazing. And I watch everything. The success of your mentors, it's good. So yeah, I'm watching you. It's amazing what you're doing.
It's interesting, isn't it? Power of social media and internet. You know, we connected a few couple of months ago. I've been seeing that you're doing great things. You know, I love
Yeah.
what you're doing. I thought, you know what, it'll be quite interesting to have you share your journey, share your story, and let people get to know the motivation behind the big entrepreneurial lady.
Yeah, I guess so. Like, I think I'm a bit humbled by it. Like sometimes I just think of social media as a little bubble. So I don't know. I guess I don't see it all as real, but it is like you connect with a lot of people, people like yourselves, who's obviously doing a lot of good things in the industry as well. And I've connected with a lot of people that maybe if I didn't have social media, I wouldn't have connected with at all. So yeah, I think it's like a really positive and good thing. So yeah, I'm loving social media at the moment.
Absolutely. You know what? You know the thing about social media, social media is like is a two-way street. You can either
Yeah,
use it you can use it to influence and impart people, or you can
yeah,
actually use it as a massive distraction or destruction. I think
absolutely.
with what we currently now have, the social media can actually make you or break you. So
Hmm.
you're having people being addicted to it in the wrong way, or people being
Yeah,
addicted to it in the right way. For me,
yeah,
I've become quite addictive to it in a positive way. You know,
yeah,
having the voice now to be able to reach out, speak out, and impart lives and change life. Because the
yeah,
truth is, as an entrepreneur, it's such a lonely journey. Sometimes you don't know where to go to or how to
yeah,
even start. But with the power of
definitely.
social media, it can actually change a lot. My life literally got transformed 3.5 years ago. I was sitting in my living room, tired, fed up, just lost some lot amount of money, and an ad popped up on my social
Yeah,
media platform. That was what led me into rent to rent, and today the rest is
yeah,
history. So
yeah,
that goes
yeah.
to tell you what is available on social media.
Absolutely. I think for girls as well, like we have a tendency to maybe follow like loads of models and loads of people who aren't actually themselves. They don't even look like themselves. And then we
Yep.
apply a lot of pressure to us. So with me, like what I found myself doing is following a lot of people that maybe had loads of designer, loads of flashy cars, loads of everything. And I think for me that was like, okay, maybe I need to follow the right people. I started following people who were more business minded, and that all just impacted like my mind and my goal and my ambitions and my drive. And I think what you see is what you become. Like if you follow loads of people who are just fake, who like not living their own life that they're portraying, you're going to find yourself trying to keep up with them. If you're following loads of business minded people, people who are in the
Absolutely.
industry that you're in or want to be in, then you kind of become that, because you're like, oh my god, that person made this much today, or this person is doing that, they've got X amount of rent to rents in 2 days, I need to be doing something to be getting better. So it's like a
Yeah.
healthy competition when you're following the right people.
Absolutely amazing, amazing. Wow, wow. You are such a good you're so good with camera, you flow, I love the energy. Because I've not interviewed a lot of people. Sometimes when I interview different types of people, you know, it takes them a lot to kind of come out and talk.
Yeah.
Because one thing about when you're having a live interview with people, you know, the energy can either be low or high. But I mean, I'm loving the energy.
You
I'm
know
really,
what? In
really loving the
reality,
energy.
I'm the shyest person. Like in reality, if I meet you, I'd probably put my eyes down and not even give you eye contact. But I don't know. I guess social media is kind of bringing me out of my bubble and making me be like a little bit more confident. Like I have a lot of positive feedback from a lot of people. So now I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I got this now. Like I'm super positive. But generally, I'm like really really shy, which is like hard to imagine. But I am like super shy.
Great, great, fantastic. So Shola, obviously, we reached out to you because we wanted to, you know, get to hear your entrepreneurial journey. We wanted to know
Yeah,
what you've been up to and so on. So maybe you might be able to share a few bits and bumps, how you got started in business, what was your motivation, and so on behind it. So you are a multiple business owner. You know, you
yeah,
run 3 successful businesses. You are
yeah,
an Amazon the Amazon lady, yeah? You're the woman doing some big things on Amazon, yeah?
yeah.
Okay,
It's
and also you are a seller in Shopify and also a renter, you know?
yeah.
So, yeah, so tell us, who is Shola?
Well, I'll go from literally 6 months ago, because I feel like a lot of people who maybe wasn't following me before have seen me now and maybe, oh, she went and bought a Mercedes, oh, she went and done this, oh, she's making £1,000 a day, and they don't realize that their £1,000 a day came from 7 months ago. Like, and I know, like, even saying that, like, it's a bit crazy because there's people that have maybe been doing business for years and haven't kind of been able to make that. But I think the reason why my growth has been so rapid is because of my drive. I've lost a lot of friends on my journey. A lot of people telling me, you know, you're big-headed or your priorities a bit wrong, because I'm so, like, goal-driven that I don't let anything tarnish my goals and my ambitions. If you've watched my YouTube video as well, you'll see that my mum's quite poorly as well. So that's like another drive, like a massive motivation to making me work like super hard, is being able to, you know, eventually pay for a proper doctor to say like what my mum has. Because, not to talk on it too much, but when you're of a certain ethnicity, there's not much time or, you know, energy put into it. So eventually I want to be able to find like a doctor who can actually say like, this is what's wrong, or even if there is anything wrong with my mum, or if there, like, do you know what I mean? And another thing that happened to me is 6 months ago, I unfortunately got scammed out of a lot of money. Not too much, but I just basically said that I'm going to turn my life around, and I'm going to use that to make me drive and like make me like really, really motivated, and make me strive to do better. So day and night, tirelessly, I looked at every single opportunity, every single avenue to make money. And I made it my goal that like within a year, I would have 10 streams of income. I'm on 5 and I need to double that, because I just think, even given the lockdown situation, people got furloughed, and I was lucky enough to not be one of those people who did get furloughed. But I actually got blocked from Amazon, really weirdly enough, and I had to jump onto eBay. And then I realized, wait, hold on a minute. Had I not had eBay, I would be in a situation where I'd have potentially just my work income. So I started making it my goal to kind of make sure that I had maximum levels, like at least 10 streams of income, where if I lost 5 or if I lost half of what I had, I would still have like a decent amount of streams of income. And it's just so important to make sure that you're well protected. A job will never protect you the way you want to be, because you're just a number. So I made it my goal to make sure that I was always protected. My family was always protected. My mum, my partner, my future family was always protected. And that's my drive. And people will think that it's easy because I make it look easy, but I live and I sleep my business. Every single one of them, I live and I sleep it. How many friends do I have? Maybe 2. And that's because I don't let anything get in the way of it. I have enough years to party, to go on holiday, to buy flashy stuff. I'm willing to wait. I'm willing to wait to make sure that my business is a success.
Absolutely, I totally agree with you. So I've been a serious advocate of multiple streams of income, and I currently have 5 around property. And to be honest, I have 5 multiple streams of income, 4 of them being property and 1 just being outside of property. And fingers crossed, soon the 6th will come in. So I've been built a business around property in general. So I have a rent-to-rent business. I have a training business. And I've not, taken my online, my training as well into online training. And I've got a coaching and mentorship a business. And on the back of that, I've got an e-commerce business that deals in utilities and essentials that, again, as a property entrepreneur, that every single essential that I will use as a property entrepreneur, again, that generates me another streams of income. And now I'm not going into the public speaking industry, and I've got my, my book coming up. There's been a lot of delays on that, but again, it's just a matter of just creating that multiple streams of income. And this is one thing in my entire entrepreneurial journey, especially in the last 3.5 years. When you talk about business and you talk about multiple streams of income, one thing that does happen to a lot of people who go to work is that it seems like this is all too much. Like, oh, come on, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. It's just too much. How about this? How about that? But the truth is, if you can tailor it very strongly and you can hold on to it, it can build it brick by brick. To be honest, for some reason, I didn't know if there was a lockdown. No, I'm being honest.
It has no impact.
I didn't know. I didn't know if there was a lockdown, because the truth was, I actually generated the craziest amount of income during this lockdown. That's the truth. And I'm so glad I can be talking to someone who can also attest that they have also grown from making like little less amount of money to making £1,000 a day. So that goes to tell you what determination can do to you. You know, and I'm so super blessed to have you here to share us. So tell us what is those 10 streams of income? Those 10 streams, what is it?
What's my 5?
No, your 10 and your 5. What are they?
Okay, what's my So at the moment, I have like cash back. So anything that I spend, I get cash back from doing it.
Okay.
Then I have my training site. Okay. I have my rent to rent. I have Amazon. I have eBay. I want to go into mentoring. I then want to get vending machines, place them into like, I go to loads of wholesalers and I see that they don't have vending machines, but they have loads of customers there. So I want to eventually get a vending machine, put a vending machine in those wholesalers. I provide the products in them and then get the money at the end of it. So I want to have like the vending machine there. I want to go into, oh my God, I'm going to lose count. So yeah, I want to go into, I want to have the vending machines. I also want to have a subscription site. So I want to be able to basically give people ideas to make money. They subscribe to my website and I give them ways to make money every single month, every single week. And it's just something that they can have on their phone as well. So like a little membership site. I want to go into merchandise. So I want to be selling notepads, but the notepads that I want to do, I want to make it very specific to being business related. So things that we actually need, like all the time, you must understand, you make a to-do list, right? And then it's on paper, you lose the paper, you put it on your phone and just like, yeah, whatever, like I'm going to do that later. And then you never ever do it. So I want to go into like merchandise as well. I also want to go into, oh my God, what have I said? So I said vending machines, merchandise. I want to go into, I don't know now.
Well, it's all right. You don't have to the most important thing is you've already shared at least about 7, just like that. Yeah, you shared about 7 streams of income. And currently, how many are you currently, how many is currently active for you in terms of how many streams of income is currently active for yourself?
So I've got 5. I'm working on the 6th. The other one was YouTube as well. So YouTube to... All right, I remember them. So the last final 3 were YouTube, Google ads, and doing like going into schools and doing like more public speaking. So that was my 10. Literally got put under pressure. But with Google ads as well, once you generate enough traffic, you get paid to like bring people to your site. So that's like easy bit of money there as well. But the 5 that I have active was obviously the cashback, the rent to rent, the training, the Amazon, and the eBay.
Great. So now let's break this down. Okay, let's break this down. So before you got started in property, what did you used to do? So
I was basically I've done quite a few jobs. So my last ones was obviously my train driving. I was like part-time on weekends, like a night tube train driver. Obviously there's no night tube anymore, but I was just driving the train. But I used to work 7 days a week. So I've been working for TfL for about 5 years. And I was doing like, alongside that, I was like a supply teacher. I was training to be a maths teacher. So I used to go from being a maths teacher and then go to drive the train. I used to just do 7 days of that. And then before that, it was literally just at university and being a train driver. So I've been a train driver literally just over a year, but I've worked for TfL for about 4 years. And then I was like at uni. And then when I wasn't at uni, I was training to be a teacher. And that was my life before any entrepreneurship.
So what is the background? So what was your, in terms of family, is it that you had someone in your family that was super motivated, or you had someone in your family who kind of you looked up to and you said, you know what, I'm going to grow up and I'm going to go and create all these multiple streams of income and I'm going to be successful. What was the background behind that?
I don't know. I started from like 16, 15. Like anyone who knows me from in school will just be like, yeah, she's always been like this. Like when I was in school, there was this guy called Jamie, like it's my best friend's partner, and he used to sell like crisps and chocolates and stuff, and he kind of dominated the playground. Like no one else was allowed to sell crisps. Like it's his playground, he's the only one you can go to for the chocolate and the crisps. And I always wanted to try, like some days I'll try sell cookies and stuff, but I started selling in schools, and then I was just like, I want to know more. So then at like 16, I read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And I was like, oh, this is a really nice book. So then I started getting into like the first introduction to business that you get at that kind of age. You can't do property. So like, the pyramid schemes, they started coming up and I was like, okay. And I was like, my mom's like, that doesn't sound really good. So the pyramid scheme came up and I was like, okay, yeah, maybe not for that. And then I wanted to get into property, but then I just didn't have the money. I didn't know how to. And I just kept dabbling in like loads of things. I failed 4 times. I had 4 businesses that failed. I tried hair, I tried food, I tried kids clothing, I tried childcare, and they failed. And I was like, every time, I don't like public embarrassment. So every time I failed and said I was going to do business, I was like, I'm not going to embarrass myself. I'm going to find something
Yeah.
which is going to work. And I literally just
Yeah.
kept on going until I eventually stumbled across something which worked.
Wow, wow. So you have been a non-stop businesswoman who just was just simply motivated and just hungry, and you just wanted to make that difference for yourself. Wow. What an
Yeah.
interesting story. What an interesting story. Unlike, like I've interviewed a lot of people, and most people, it comes from the pain, the pain of wanting to build a legacy. And for you, it's just been something opposite. This is
Yeah.
amazing. This is amazing. So, which of the entrepreneurship did you get involved with at first? So, was it property first, or was it Amazon first? How did you get started on your first entrepreneurship ladder?
So I started with rent to rent. And then my partner, he was doing Amazon. And I was like, with rent to rent, like you do put a couple of thousands in because no one trusts you and not to give you no money down. You do also get no money down deals, but at first they're hard to come across unless you've got that reputation. So I was
Yeah.
like putting loads of thousands into rent to rent, and my partner was going and spending like, let's say £100 on Amazon stock and turning it into like 500. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Like, I need some of that as well, because obviously with rent to rent, you don't get your £2,000 back in the same month. But my
Yeah.
partner was kind of getting that back like really, really quickly. And I was like, I want my hand in some of that pie as well. So I
Yeah.
started with rent to rent, and then eventually with rent to rent, like my money started to run out because you put quite a lot in. I had a bad incident with one of the landlords as well. And I was just like, okay, rent to rent is amazing, but you do need a bit of capital and you do need a bit of time. And I was like, if my boyfriend is making such a success from like small amounts of money, starting with £100, like I wanted
Yeah.
to try that. So he taught me it. We paid to sit down with someone, £300 for an hour. We sat down with someone, they kind of taught us their way, and I kind of adapted that. And then I guess when I realized how easy the money came and how quick it came, I kind of like transferred my energy from my rent to rents straight into Amazon, and then got the results. And then before I knew it, the rest is history. I guess I reinvested every bit of my money that I made. I still, and my company's not even registered with HMRC to even pay myself, because I didn't want to pay myself. I didn't register on purpose because I didn't want to pay myself. I wanted to put so much money into it that it would literally be able to flow itself, and then maybe I'd start paying myself. So I haven't touched a penny on of any of my money. Maybe I might start this month or next month, but I haven't paid myself anything.
Wow. So you started business. At first, you got attracted by the rent-to-rent strategy.
Yeah,
And from the
definitely.
back of rent-to-rent strategy, you went straight into your Amazon business. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna quickly go back to the rent-to-rent strategy, because you mentioned a
yeah,
few key points. You said, when you started your rent-to-rent, obviously it's a bit of a journey, a bit of a hard work, and
yeah,
obviously it takes a bit of time for the money to come back. Okay.
yeah.
So when you go into rent to rent, how quickly did you manage to build a portfolio, or how quickly did you manage to take on a property in the first place?
So like I had one of my good friends help me, like walk me through it kind of. And in the first 2 months I had 3 rent-to-rents.
Three
That I had
properties.
3
Was that
properties,
self
yeah.
accommodation, or was that HMOs?
HMOs. So I
So
had,
three HMOs.
yeah.
Okay. Is
And
that in London?
yeah, so Northwest and West London.
Oh, great. So on the back
Yeah,
of that, then obviously an average time of return on investment for rent to rent, you're looking at minimum 6 months. Sometimes it can get into a year for you to get that whatever you've invested back. And again,
yeah,
on the back of that, you're just literally then making profit from property that you do not own. So
yeah.
basically, within the first, was it the first 1 year or 2 years, then you decided to just then do Amazon?
I haven't done any of my businesses for a year yet. Maybe like I'm really bad. I think I got my first rent to rent maybe July, August.
July
Like
last year.
quite,
Yeah, I think so, because was that the first time you reached out to me I
yeah, I
think
think
there
it
was a
was,
time you reached
yeah.
out to me. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
on the back of that little short conversation, you go, then you, I mean, that was about the time you kind of set up, right?
Yeah. So
Wow. Wow.
I've maybe said I've just about done a year for my rent to rent. But not many of my businesses have been a year yet. So it was literally a matter of maybe I started rent to rent, and then a month or a month and a bit of doing rent to rent, I went into Amazon and started doing that. And then literally just been a slave, been a slave to my business.
Yeah, it does happen, isn't it? When you, especially when result comes so quick. And again, you had a serious advantage on your side because with COVID-19 and the lockdown, literally Amazon business literally just went into explosion. And to be honest,
Absolutely.
Amazon right now is such a great time for anyone to get started in Amazon right now because
Yeah.
I can't actually remember the last time I bought something from the shops.
Yeah.
Everything I'm doing right now is online. So I get,
Yeah.
whether I'm buying a brand new trainers, I'm on Amazon. I'm buying a new jumper, I'm on Amazon. So to be honest, this is what I'm saying. Like retail, people actually going out to do shopping. I think from what we're getting, from what just happened, a lot of businesses are going to go online.
Yeah.
A lot of businesses are going to go online. Workplace, work
Yeah.
environment is everything's going to go online. So for Amazon, it's literally an explosion, and this is why it's so great that you're in that space at the minute. It's just like for me buying properties right now. This is such a great time to buy properties. So
Absolutely.
you've done rent to rent for just under a year. So that was about June last year or July
Yeah.
last year, which means next month it's going to be about a year. On the back
Yeah.
of that, you've actually launched a second business, which is Amazon. Wow.
Yeah.
So how was your rent-to-rent journey? Did you find it easy? Did you find it stressful? Or did you just enjoy it and just go started with something else?
I found it quite stressful, if I'm honest. I don't know. And I'm a strong believer of you need to be educated before you touch anything. And that was my flaw. Because I didn't have much money, I literally, like, people maybe might call me a liar, but I was living in overdraft, like maybe borrowing from my friends to go, borrowing from my mom to go to dinner with my friends and stuff. Like, I hardly had much money, so I couldn't afford at that time to pay someone to mentor me, to teach me what I needed to know about rent to rent. And maybe I was a little bit embarrassed to maybe come forward and say to maybe you or someone who does mentor people and be like, you know what, I can't afford anything. And I know now on the receiving end, and I know how it is as well. I've read books. You do not give free information, because free information means that you do not appreciate it. Like, when I wanted something, when I wanted money for, there's times where I had liquidators come to me with £5,000 worth of stock. I created that money. I sold things in my house. I did things urgently to make money. And that's why, like, I hate when people come for freeness, because if you really want something, you'd sell your trainers. If you have designer trainers, you will sell them. If you don't use your
Yeah,
TV, you will sell it. It's about your
yeah,
drive and how hard you want something. If you want it, you will make the money. I remember getting
absolutely.
a rent to rent. I remember getting a rent to rent, Daniel. Like, the opportunity came to me. I had no money, right? And this is how creative I am with creating money. I know that if you take out credit, you're allowed 2 weeks to change your mind. You know that, like with your phone bill, with loans, with any type of credit, you're allowed 2 weeks to change your mind on any type
Yeah,
of finance. I don't advise
yeah,
anyone to do this, so no one in the live, please do not copy me. But I know that. So a rent to rent deal came to me. They asked for a deposit, and I said, all right, I ain't got the deposit, but I'm gonna create this money. So I went. I don't have good credit. I got one of them, like 40% APR loans, right? I got £4,000 from them, and I knew, all right, from the minute I get this loan, I have 2 weeks to turn over this house, get it rented, and pay that company back the full £4,000. So I took a loan out. I worked my ass off in the house. I did wallpaper. I made it look absolutely amazing, so that no one would walk in that house and say, I don't want that house. And within those 2 weeks, the house was rented, the money was returned, and I gave the money back to the loan company. Now, I don't advise anyone to do that, but that is like, when you want something, you make sure that you get it. And I don't make excuses with anything.
yeah. I talk about that a lot. I share that a lot. And I mean, I always say there's good debt and bad debt. I literally have not built a £1 million business on the back of, I started my rent to rent business on the back of payday loan and,
Yeah.
Vanquish credit card. Yeah, that's how I
Yeah. Yeah.
started. So I
Hmm.
now have a portfolio worth over £1 million, yeah, that I own. And
Yeah.
also, I now have a rent-to-rent business that generates over £380,000. Okay,
Yeah.
and that's my story. This was 3 years ago. So it's
Yeah.
about using good debt and bad debt. The thing is,
Yeah.
you have to be able to be in a position in your life whereby you have to make the right decision. The thing is,
Yeah.
people are too scared. And again, people are talking to the wrong people. It's like, if you have a headache, who are you going to go to? Your mom or the doctor? You're going to go to the doctor to give you a tablet for a headache. But the thing
Yeah.
is, when
Yeah.
people are talking about money, they're going to the wrong people to seek financial advice. And this is the biggest
Yeah.
problem. And if you obviously, for those of you who have not read Rich Dad Poor Dad, the truth is, what Rich Dad and Poor Dad tells you is how the poor dad was poor and how the rich dad was rich, and what the difference, what the two different people had in common as well.
Yeah.
So the thing is, you can actually go out there, pick information, and change your life.
Yeah.
Okay? So someone said,
It's
Rich
true.
Dad Poor Dad taught us that. Absolutely. It teaches that. So, that's such an amazing strategy how you got started. I usually started about the same way. And,
Yeah.
and today I'm super, 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 super grateful. I'm super, super grateful that I was able to take risk to
Yeah.
be where I am today. And again, I'll share one simple, quick idea as well. Was I just finished a development project where I have literally used people's money to fund a property that's not been valued in $250,000. So again,
Yeah.
it's, don't think about a lot of people seem to think about, where am I going to find the money? But think in an opposite way of where I'm going to find the money.
Exactly.
Just
I
find the
hate
money.
those. I absolutely hate when people come to me and say, I cannot afford it. If you want to wind me up, then say that to me. I cannot afford it. That is such a negative thing to say. Like, no, you should be saying to me, Shola, I want to buy your course. Can you give me ways to make money so that I can purchase your course? Those are the people that I absolutely adore. I hate that I cannot afford it. There's no such thing. That does not exist. There's no such thing as not being able to afford something, because you've got money in your house. You have your trainers, you have your TV, you have absolutely everything. You have ways to make money. There's no such thing as I cannot afford it. I cannot afford it, to me, tells me that I can't be asked, can I just have a discount, or can I just have it for free? Because I can't be asked to raise the money for it. So maybe you'll just, short your pocket and give it to me. There are
Yeah.
so many ways to make money. If you want something, if I came to you now and I took anyone in your family ransom and I said, if you don't give me £500, I'm going to never return your money or never return this person back to you, I can vouch that every single person in this live would find that money. Use that same energy for your future. It's more scary to
Absolutely.
be in a job than it is to have your own business. Like, I want people to use that energy that they have. If you're in life or death situation, you need to get the money. Use that same energy to get the money. If you really want to invest in your future. If you don't, then I don't know. Like, people want people want the end result. People want what they see. People want that. Oh, Shola bought a new car. People want that. Oh, Daniel's got loads of properties. People want. Oh, Daniel makes 380,000. Like, oh my god, that's amazing. I want that. But you won't be willing to not sleep. You won't be willing to not have friends, not go to the club, not buy the clothes, not do anything. Like, I can't remember the last time I spent money on myself, and that's the harsh reality of business.
Absolutely, absolutely. The thing is, you've got to have the right attitude. You've got to have the right type of
Yeah.
mindset for it. And the reason why, I think someone just said just now, people don't know what to do with the money, even if they have it. I think that was a question that just popped up. I'm just going to quickly take that question, to be honest, because it's such a good question. It's such a good question that I really have to take it. So, and she said, is whether he or she, I'm not sure. Sorry if I've said he or she, but I'm not sure what I said. So it says, people need to speak to other risk takers. Absolutely, I agree. People need to talk to other risk takers. And again, this person also said, I am current. He says they don't know the strategies for creating money.
Yeah.
This is one of the things. Yeah, it's one good thing to listen. It's another good thing to listen and then take action. I think a lot of people listen, or a lot of people watch things and don't take action. I'll give you a simple example. Yeah, I have a cousin and she always watched MasterChef, always watching MasterChef, and she can't even she don't cook. I'm like, you're watching MasterChef all the time. I should come to the house and I'm eating all these delicacies and all these type of things every day because you're watching MasterChef. This is
Yeah,
this is the,
yeah.
this is the, this is the mindset behind it. If I'm gonna watch Grant Cardone every day and Grant Cardone talk about how to take risk every single day, or I'm listening to Tony Robbins every single day and telling me how to change my mindset, I should be
Yeah,
able to go out there and change my mindset. What's the essence of having a mentor when your mentor is telling you what to do and you're busy there? Oh, it's gonna cost me this. I didn't know I'm gonna
yeah.
this. I didn't know I'm gonna that. No way. Just just
Do it.
listen to what the mentor is saying, and all you just need to do is to go out and just tweak it a little bit to suit yourself, and you start to get those results come in. And there's one
Absolutely.
biggest thing they say. It says where energy flows, or rather, I think where energy flows, the mind goes, isn't it? So
Yeah,
whatever your energy is flowing towards, if your energy is flowing towards becoming a multimillionaire, you all of a sudden you start to see multimillionaire friends come your way. You're gonna start
yeah,
seeing things happening your way. You're gonna start seeing people like like the big guns in property investing. I remember
yeah,
I interviewed a guy a couple of weeks ago, and I said to him on that interview, I said, 4 years ago, I used to watch you like a movie star. Oh,
yeah,
this
yeah,
marketing guru, and this is me
yeah.
and you today. We're chatting. I'm like, the law of
No, it's
attraction and the law of
crazy.
nature is very, very important. So yes, such an amazing story how you've been able to transform yourself just within 12 months, and you now have multiple streams of income in
Yeah.
business. So how is Amazon going?
Oh, it's amazing. Like it's I at the moment I'm in like a bubble where I don't know if I'm living or dreaming, if I'm completely honest with you. Like it's like I looked at my car and then I was like, I actually don't want this car, I want a range. And I'm like, who the hell am I? Like when would I ever be able to say that? Like I want to give my car back because I want to change it to a range instead. Like I don't know who I am anymore. My life has changed so much. I'm humbled and I get loads of messages. I cry so much. Like I'm a softie and I cry when I look how much money's in my account. I cry when I see 3,700 in a day and I think, what the hell is going on? Like what is happening? It's insane. Amazon is okay. If anyone's not doing Amazon, I'll be worried because there's so much money in it. I don't think there's some millionaires or some people that are doing like crazy and really successful that they even make £2,000 in a day, and I'm making that from the comfort of my home. And it doesn't seem real. Like it's so much money that is coming my way that I don't feel like the money is real money. And I'm not trying to brag, I'm not trying to be big-headed, but that's just me being reality. Like I remember living in my overdraft and borrowing from my mum to go and meet my friends, and now I'm at a stage where I can't keep up with how much money there is. I don't know what the hell to do with it. I can't spend it quick enough because it comes quick. So it's Amazon e-commerce, it's life changing. And I don't know. I'll get teary eyed. Literally, I don't know how to adjust this. I don't know how my life has changed so rapidly. I don't know who the hell, like what's going on. It just seems like I'm in a bubble, and that's the only way I can put it. Literally.
Wow, wow. I mean, your journey has been very interesting, and you've obviously shared it very, very, in details. It's very good what you've been able to achieve in the last couple of, like, literally since June last year, and now what you've been able to build for yourself. You've done property, you've done Amazon, you've not created multiple streams of income. I'm a serious advocate of passive and residual income. Very,
Yeah,
very passive, very, 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 very positive about it. And one of the things property has done for me is allowed me, obviously property is not completely passive, but it gets
yeah,
to a point where you hit in your property journey and it can become passive. But you have to do,
yeah,
just like
absolutely.
any industry, you have to do all the hard work. Once you put in
Yeah,
all the hard work, gradually it will take shape. It's like my coaching, it's like my public speaking and coaching business. I remember, my biggest acronym always was, English was not my first language, because I thought in my head I can't speak good English. And on the
yeah,
back of that, that was blocking my way. But at the end of the day, it's all about just going out there and just, don't care about what people say. Be positive and just doing what you need to do. So I'm just going to quickly take a quick question for a few of the audience. This is very, very engaging live. So we have Warrior Goddess. It says, how did you come across selling on Amazon, and how did you get into this lane?
so I think with me, it's literally, as I said, my partner. I was doing rent to rent, and not that I got like envious, but I was like a bit red eye. Like I want in on what he was doing, because he was like,
You want quick,
yeah, rent
quick
rent to
money.
rent sounds amazing, but you know what? I've got this strategy, and this strategy flips my money so much quicker. And so like I was there like dabbling like 3 grand into rent to rent, and he's going to like home base and putting £100 in and getting like 600 back. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, hold on a minute. And I wanted dabs on that. So I kind of copied my partner, and then we kind of invested in like getting the knowledge that we needed to make sure that we didn't make mistakes on our journey as well. So yeah, I just basically got a little bit jealous. I'm very competitive even with my partner, and I just was like, if he's making that, I want to make that too. So I guess
Good.
that's
So I've got another question for you. He said, "What would you do private label in Amazon because currently you are reselling stock?"
so I've been asked this a lot, so I do like calls in the morning. I talk to everyone, and some people have got me confused with private label. So the thing with private label is that it's very risky, and you have to think about it like, why would someone buy from you if they can buy from Philips? If you've got headphones, let's go with Dr. Dre Beats. Like, you're going to create headphones, Daniel, would you pick my headphones or would you pick Beats? Which one are you likely to pick?
I'll pick bits.
You would, because you would though, and I would as well, like, because I don't know who your brand is. If you create trainers, I'm gonna go to Nike until you build up a name for yourself. And a lot of these people who sell this private label stuff, they sell it like it's easy, but they forget to tell you the bit where you go to China and you try to create this product, but because you're competing against companies like Philips who are buying 10 million units, you're not going to get it for the same price as them, and you're never going to be able to be lower than them. And if you're not lower than them, you're not giving anyone an incentive to purchase your product if they can get a better cup quality from someone they know for cheaper. That's the first thing. The second thing is, once you've created that product, you then need to spend money on promo. So do you have thousands of pounds to invest with Instagram influencers, with YouTube, with this? Like, literally, it's not just creating the product, it's also building that awareness around that product as well, which also gets really expensive. And then you have customs, you have tax, you have all of these stuff where if you're not careful, you'll end up losing like thousands and thousands of pounds. So I just look at it and I just think, why not make my life as easy as possible? If I can get something which already is reputable, people know it, and sell that, why would I go through the headache of creating a product and worrying about whether someone will buy it and invest in so much money in advertising, or just go to get something that people already like and just sell that? So that's why I don't do private label.
Oh, great. I think I've got another question for you from K2712. It says, can you recommend any startup for FBA?
Any
Is that
startup.
FBA? FBA, is that an
It's
Amazon
fulfilled.
term?
Yeah, it means fulfilled by Amazon. I don't
Okay.
know what she means by startup. So if she's still in here, could you maybe like elaborate on that question? I don't know if you mean like how to raise capital to start FBA, or um I want to know what she means by that. I don't get it. If she means how to make money, I've done a video on how to get free products from Facebook, and believe it or not, Daniel, I had people tell me that that's not true. So startup course is my course. Oh my god, my course. I would recommend startup courses.
Okay.
Absolutely, my course. I'm not going to say with
Absolutely.
someone else's course.
You've
My
got to be an
course.
advocate of yourself. That's very, very
Yeah,
important.
I'm a strong
You got
believer that my terminology is very simple because I learn simple. So yeah, definitely my course is ask someone who's taken the course and see what they think of it. It's easy language, very simple, step by step video tutorials, no Amazon jargon, just straight to the point. This is what you do, this is what you buy, this is how you check if it sells, and run with that kind of thing.
great. I've got another question. It says, how does tax work when it comes to Amazon?
I'm not an accountant, so I'm not going to touch that subject with anything like that. So I think that's a bit out of my forte. Maybe speak to an accountant when it regards to tax. I'm not going to get anyone in trouble or touch that road of giving the wrong advice.
Okay. We've got another question again from Amaran24. It says, I understand PL is not easy. However, if you build a strong brand and you have a good mentor, you can do it.
Absolutely, I'm not
So
disputing that. I think you can fly an aeroplane if you wanted to, if you wanted to, but it's not just something I want to do. I like easy life, and I just think, you know what I mean, if I can sell something that's sold already and pick it up tomorrow and sell it tomorrow, I wouldn't want to like study now for something to launch in 4 months time. I could go and get something today and sell it today. So I like an easy life. I don't like my life to be difficult. My exposure to risk, generally, I like it to be quite low. I don't like to be exposed to risk in any type of business, which is why I always invest in a lot of stuff. So private label, yeah, if you've got the right mentor, absolutely, but there's also an exposure to a lot of risk for things to go wrong, and I do not like risk. I like certainty. So yeah, absolutely. If you've got the right mentor, it can work. But me, nah, no risk over here. No risk.
oh, so okay, so we're
Danny,
gonna
someone's
quickly
asked you
take.
a question. What motivates you?
Well, so for me, it's pretty simple. What motivates me is money.
Okay. I'm the opposite then.
Oh my goodness, I had to say that. Trust me.
Yeah, yeah, it's true.
Well,
Be honest.
yeah. Listen, the thing is, this is. I was having a conversation with someone the other day, and someone said, "Oh, the root of money is all evil. You know, and this and that. And money's not everything." I said, being poor and being broke doesn't make you happy either.
Mm-hmm.
The truth is, I've got kids. Yeah, I've got kids. I've got a wife. I've got a house. I drive a nice car. Those things cost money.
Yeah, yeah.
So let me go back.
That
The money
comment.
laugh. So I said money laugh. Let me go. Okay, you just said about your partner, yeah? Go to your
Yeah.
partner and say, baby, can you buy me this? And he's like, oh, I haven't got the money for that. And the reaction in your face is gonna be like that. But go to your partner is asking, oh baby, can I have that? And he's like, yeah, you can have it tomorrow. You know, I'll be like, baby, I love you.
Yeah, it's true.
Listen, being
It's
broke
true.
doesn't make you happy. It makes you sad. It makes you terrible. But
Yeah,
when you've got money, yeah, money doesn't make you happy. But the things that money can do for you does combine for you to be happy. You know, for you to have a good life. You know, being money stress alone is the worst thing anyone can go through.
absolutely.
Being broke, money stress is terrible. You know,
Yeah,
money is being not being able to achieve, you know, buy what you want, do what you want, pay your rent and so on is bad. So basically, yeah, money has to kind of motivate you.
with
So yeah,
me,
I'm gonna
I think I'm the
go on.
opposite. So with me, I'm not so motivated with money. I think like with me, like the little time, I don't get me wrong, like I've noticed the difference from driving an 11 plate Polo to a Mercedes, and I've only had it like a couple of days. But it's like now all of a sudden people give you way, and you know they look when they stop beside you, they look at you in the car and they smile and they flash their lights at you so you can go in front. Like there's definitely a difference when you have money and like the way people perceive you. But I think I'm more like I wanted to help people, so I know that people sell the Amazon course for like £3,000, and I know in my heart my course should be £1,000. I know it. It should be because the gems that are in there, you potentially will make so much money. It's everything that I do. Like I found something else, the way to make money, and I'm gonna put that in my course. So like I know that it should be more than it is, but I just want people to like make the money. I want people to make the money and say, Shola, like screenshot, this is how much I made. I'm like, oh my God, I love you, well done. Like, I really want everyone around me to do well and like flourish. And like, I know how hard it is. I've been in debt, I've been scammed, I've had all of the hardship, and I just want I want people to win. Like I really, in my heart, I want people to make as much money as they can and just say thank you. I
Absolutely,
just want to thank you. Thank you
absolutely.
for letting me.
I was in a place where I had to drive. Yeah, I had to drive someone. Yeah,
Yeah,
for a minimum of a 10 minutes drive to make £5. Yeah, minimum of 10. Like I had to drive you for a minimum of about 3.5 miles to make
yeah,
£5. Okay, and now I'm not in a position whereby at the close and open of my eye, I open my mouth to speak, and I know how many thousands can be in my bank account.
literally.
Okay,
You thank God for
just
that.
but
Well, that's
do
good.
you understand? So not just that alone. Yeah, I put a letting agent in contact with someone who's looking for property, and
Yeah,
before I know what's happening, there's money in my bank account. Okay, and not just that, I don't have to get out of my bed in the morning or anything. On the first of the month, I'm super excited because you know what? 95% of tenants that I have, over 50 tenants, will pay rent into my bank account. So the truth is, I think we as entrepreneurs or young people or whoever we are, we need to start thinking in a more productive way and start investing money, real money, into
Yeah.
coaching, mentorship. So I currently have a mentor who is a multimillionaire who has made over 60 million pounds of revenue on social media.
Wow. That's
Okay,
wicked.
and his name is Adam. And at the end of the day, yeah, before I met Adam to coach me, I've been through to different types of other coaching, mentorship, and so on, so on and so forth. But at some point in my life, I have always believed in like your surrounding, your surrounding, your surrounding, your surrounding. It's all
Yeah.
about that. And gradually, life, you know, this life is so beautiful. We live in such a beautiful world. We live in such a breathtaking, you know, world where as long as you have good health, you have all the good things, you have, you know, you have everything that you need. They always
Yeah.
say you can't have everything, but the truth is, the poor talk says you can't have everything. The good talk and the rich talk and the godly talk is that actually you can have everything, but it's
Mm-hmm.
all in your hands. Even the Bible
Yeah.
says it, the Holy Book says it. The power to make wealth, to the power of life and death lies in your palms.
Yeah.
So it's all about you guys watching us right now, knowing that, listen, put your heart to anything, yeah? Shola here, she's absolutely transformed my life. I've seen, like, literally, I've seen you do it. Do you understand? I've seen you do it because, you know, I've seen you do it. And myself, I've seen myself do it. And I am
Yeah.
a complete transformation because where I was 3.5 years ago is nowhere compared to where I am right now.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not where I used to be, but I know I'm not even where I'm going to yet. But I'm going to go there. I'm going to get there. So, you know, just be able to put yourself out there, whatever you're doing, put your whole heart to it, you
Whole
know?
heart,
So
literally.
we've literally got about less than 10 minutes to finish this conversation. It's been so amazing, you know, what a great
I
conversation we've
loved
had.
it.
I'm definitely going to be bringing you back on here. So Shola,
Oh.
can you just, in a very, very short context, what can you call success, being successful? What do you think that is?
Well, success for me, I think everyone has a different interpretation of what their success should
Absolutely.
be. My success, I have money now and I still don't feel like, oh my God, I'm so successful. And I don't like, I know I'm on track to be a millionaire because I've done my plan, and my plan says I need to make X amount and I'm making that amount. But I don't feel happy with that. I think I'm just waiting for the people that have bought my course to just screenshot their bank accounts or screenshot their Amazon's account. That's my success. My success is having this within the next year, having 50 people who can come to me and say, Shola, you changed my life. I've made I had a call with you and I said I wanted to make 80,000 in 6 months and I've made 100,000. That is my success. My success is to help. Like, that's all I've ever wanted. I want to help my family. I want to help everyone. I just want like people to come to me and say, Shola, this is what you done. Like, thank you. And I'll just be like, oh my God, I'll cry. I'll literally cry. So that's what I want. Like, that's literally what I want to, that's my success. Money doesn't bring me anything, man. It's just, I don't
Yeah,
have enough rich friends to spend it with, so it's boring. Like, can't do anything with it. But I just want, yeah, I want to thank you. I want people around me to make millions, man. That's
absolutely,
my success.
absolutely. Yeah, I say this to a lot of people who I mentor, and I think I say it a lot to people who I mentor. I'm like, I want you to succeed because I was once where you are, where you're literally thinking, oh, you know, a lot of people look up to me now, and I'm like, listen, I'm not
Yeah,
any special. All right, I'm not any
exactly.
special. Once upon a time, I was a bloody taxi driver. Yeah, I was I was a taxi driver. I had nothing. Yeah, and I built what I built now, and people are like, oh, for real? Yeah, it's possible. You know, just quickly taking that question where someone said to me, someone is asked that question. It said, what are the 3 top things you would say needed to do what we guys are doing? So one of the things is we're not any special. We're just like you. We're just people who've been motivated. We're just people who wanted to take action. People who just wanted to change our lives for success.
Yeah,
And you know, I've been doing this now for 3.5 years. It's been a journey for me. For me, I'm still just getting started. Like, I'm a product in the making. I'm just,
yeah, absolutely.
I'm just getting started. I'm not even halfway where I want to go. So one of the things I'm going to say to you is the top tip is be consistent. All right. Never, ever, ever take no for an answer. You see how I have to stress that? Don't take no for an answer. You've got to
No, it's
go out
not
there and
yet.
just be the absolute. Don't take no for, because for me, no is the beginning of a yes. So
Yeah,
just don't take no for an answer. You know, just just continue to desire what is one of the things that will take you so far. So Shola, do you want to give them the 3 tips of what makes you, where you are?
I think with me, it's being passionate and understanding that before you make the money, you have to understand people. I don't make money. If I wanted to make money, I could rob a bank. So I think it's really important to understand that money is not going to solve your problems. You need to understand that without people, there'd be no money. So therefore, you have to look after the people first. So looking after the people, always keeping people at the heart of your business or at the heart of your passion. Be passionate and don't give up. Don't give up and don't take no for an answer, and don't rely or compare yourself to other people. You're your own person. You have your own lane. You keep the drive. You keep the momentum. You don't make excuses. Please, no to excuses. You just keep on going. There's no I can't afford it, impossible word. The question is, how can I raise that money? How can I raise that? Not I can't afford it. How can I create that money? Change your mindset. If your mindset's not right, even with £1 million, you won't be able to sustain that £1 million.
Great. Thank you so much, Shola, for coming on my live Instagram on Business Conversation and Property with myself, Daniel Moses. Definitely, I'm going to be bringing you back on my live. I'm actually launching my podcast pretty soon, so definitely will be bringing you on that podcast. Again, we're here to share, give information. The truth is, money can be made, good life can be created. It all depends on what you want to do, and it's up to you to do it. Money doesn't grow on trees. It has to take you to make the effort. And again, don't believe in short gains. Believe in long gain, long term. Build a lane, build a name, and keep working non-stop on that course. And one day you'll be in a place where you look back and say, wow, did that actually just happen?
Absolutely.
It's just about consistent. It's just about consistent. So I'm going to say thank you so much, Shola, again for coming.
Thank you.
So what's the next big thing for you?
So it's working on my membership site and creating a website where people can sign up to create ways to make ideas, connect with other business-minded people. Just another way to help people make money, I guess. It's going to be called The Business That Pays, and that's going to literally email, text, ways for people to make money on a monthly basis. So that's the next thing for me. Again, it's still around helping people, but that's where my heart stems. I can't help it.
Great, thank you so much. So for those of you guys who are still here, I currently run a property network and I run a property training. So for those of you who are interested in getting started in property, using none of your own money or making money from property, you do not only reach out to myself if you want to know more, or you can actually click on the link on my bio and sign up to one of my free trainings. So Shola, for those people trying to get into Amazon or wanting to know you, what would you have to say to them?
I'd say schedule a free 15-minute call with me. We'll go through your goals. We'll talk about what the course entails. I don't really do hard selling. I'm rubbish at it. But yeah, I'll try to go through your goals and see how my course can help you or how I can help you. And yeah, that's all in my bio as well.
Fantastic. All right. So thank you so much, Shola. I definitely will be bringing you back very soon. And it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on my live Instagram.
Thank you for inviting me. It's been amazing. Thank you. And thank you guys for tuning in as well.
Bye, everyone. Thank you. So for those of you in the audience who's been watching, contributing, thank you so much. I'll be back again next week with a fantastic guest and a fantastic interview. So guys, please plug into the live sessions and bring a lot of your questions to be answered. Take care.
Bye.